kept hearing in the PBS the voices over. The
Yes.
guy who reads
Ken Burns is like,
no, the letter that the guy writes to his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And he ends up dying.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, if anything ever happens to me.
Okay, how about if we go to the beginning? How about 12? Is that too abrupt? Oh, what about 14? It's like just dipping our toe and
Yeah.
some really
Getting into the
familiar
water.
light
Just getting in
classics.
the water.
Okay. What'd you say? I know. It's great to see you. Now I feel ready. Okay.
We should just order Grubhub and see if they'll deliver food while we're sitting here.
That'd be fun.
I feel like if we play this as written, it's way too long. And maybe we need it to be super long.
Yeah.
Why don't we just end when we feel like it?
Okay. So we take repeats until you say stop.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a cadence opportunity every 2 lines,
That's
so
true.
we won't be lost.
Cadence
Good old George.
Okay, so yes, I'll repeat until we're
Is
dead.
the king?
Until we're dead. The king is dead.
The king's dead.
3. Which one?
22.
22? Okay.
We don't have to do that one. Let's do a different one.
She said up.
Oh, that's right.
I'm fine.
one?
I'm fine.
We could
No,
do
he's got the.
Arco.
That's all right. Let's do something else. That's good. We can do the next one.
What?
We can do 23.
We'll do serenade. We'll do the height. It's fine.
Michael, do you want to switch parts for a
No,
second?
no. It's fine.
He doesn't do second violin.
Yeah, not on this one.
I signed up for it. I'm good.
Okay.
I've got 4.
Use your thumb.
We don't, but we're
Ooh, it's gonna be time for a bow read here soon.
Okay, hand replacement.
Humidity.
This woman who's trying to send me money by all these means, she can't find my PayPal or my Venmo.
Maybe we're not
I'm
doing
just
that
saying,
right.
I'll drive down and pick up the check. Because she won't mail the check.
okay. This is fine, but
I don't know what's going on.
Michael can't sit through the repeats on this, so we're just
No,
gonna.
okay, no repeats.
Confess me.
One,
He lived.
Okay,
Wasn't
what time?
half as bad as it could have been.
That's true.
Okay.
What time is it?
Ah,
We don't want to get fireworksy till trumpet tuning till that's
It's,
close.
53.
Oh,
yes.
okay, we can totally trumpet tune. Okay,
Trumpet.
let's go to 2,
24? Oh, 2.
and then let's do the 2-3-2 combo.
Which one? Are we doing two?
2. Trumpet 2.
Yeah, let's go like trumpet tune, almost a taka, trumpet voluntary, almost a taka, trumpet tune. Make a little ditty out of it.
Okay,
Okay.
trumpet volunteers 3.
And then you want to end up with trumpet 2?
Yeah, let's end with trumpet tune. Unless you guys like want to do the opposite.
ABA.
Sure. And within each, as written,
As written.
with the
Same.
All the repeats.
yes, even second times.
So, tune, voluntary tune,
Yeah.
as printed. Okay.
Yes. I did it
I was
3 times.
poised. I was poised to go and do that.
Aw,
I knew- I
thanks,
said-
Michael. Okay, now we're gonna go to
Like,
the
somebody's got to keep
fireworks.
us company.
That's right.
24. And yeah, all these. Okay,
Les Jouissons.
And we're getting ready to go to a not too fast 31.
Okay.
Not too fast because I'm cold and because we have to make it last forever.
That's fine.
So we're at 24
24, 31.
until we get some cues. Okay.
Repeats, yes?
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind.
Wow. All right then.
We done?
Good, we'll take it.
I guess we're going to the faculty processional, which is 31 hornpipe.
Followed
Followed
by
by,
33 if needed.
All right. Yes. As
Call it-
written,
call it out.
not fast. Will take some seconds to figure out. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to beginning. Beginning.
Keep going.
Let's go to the beginning.
I'll begin.
Welcome to Albany Law School's 171st commencement ceremony, and congratulations to the class of 2022. I am Dan Grossman, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees. Unfortunately, Chair of the Board Deb Trace was unable to be here today. She sends her greetings and congratulations to you all. I would now like to invite Rachel Mayer, class of 2022, and Alexia Wilson, class of 2024, to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The brave.
Thank you, Rachel and Alexia. That was incredibly beautiful. What a wonderful way to start things off. Please, everyone, be seated. Good morning and welcome, families, friends, and soon-to-be graduates of Albany Law School. It is my great honor to open the proceedings today. As Vice Chair of the Albany Law School Board of Trustees, I welcome you on behalf of the trustees, faculty, administration, and students to the 171st commencement of Albany Law School. Before we start, I would like to recognize the legacy families here today. Albany Law alumni and alumnae who have a son, daughter, grandchild, sibling, niece, or nephew graduating today, you have put your trust in Albany Law School again and again and again, and we appreciate your commitment and support. And of course, we are honored today to have Ambassador Bonnie Jenkins, class of 1988, as our commencement speaker. I would also like to remember those in the Albany Law School family who are no longer with us. This year, the law school community mourned the passing of the Honorable Donald DeAngelis, class of 1960, who reestablished the alumni network known today as the National Alumni Association. He served as the first president of the National Alumni Association Board of Directors. He received the Trustee Gold Medal from the school in 1988. The National Alumni Association renamed the Excellence in Alumni Service Award to the Donald DeAngelis 60 Excellence in Alumni Service Award, presented annually to a fellow alumnus. Peter Pryor, class of 1954, a trailblazing civil rights lawyer and a trustee emeritus of Albany Law School. The Peter M. Pryor 54 Scholarship was created in his honor. He received the Trustee Gold Medal in 2001. David A. Leditsky, class of 1966, who established the Beverly J. Leditsky and David A. Leditsky 66 Scholarship. Bernadine M. DeMatteo, wife of the late John P. DeMatteo, who was the longtime maintenance supervisor at Albany Law School, and for whom the John P. DeMatteo Scholarship is named in honor of. Marjorie Carrico, class of 1974. Marjorie was a great friend of Albany and founded two important bar associations, the Capital District Bar Association and the Women's Bar Association of the State of New York. Marjorie was given the Kate Stoneman Award from Albany Law in 2014. We are grateful for what they contributed to the law school. They were true friends, and we will miss them. It is a real pleasure to be with you all in person today to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class of 2022 and to share the success with the family and friends who have encouraged and supported you all along the way. It's taken years of hard work for you to get to this moment and the equivalent of years of resilience, perseverance, and adaptability to navigate through the unprecedented challenges of the past 2 years. You've mastered more than law school. You've developed skills and character that will serve you for a lifetime. I remember distinctly crossing this same stage as a graduate in 1978, and so will you. Trust me, you will always remember this day. Savor the moment. You have earned it. Congratulations to you all, and best wishes for success in all that you pursue. It is my great pleasure to introduce our 18th President and Dean, Dean Alicia Ouellette, class of 1994.
Thank you, Vice Chair Grossman, and good morning, Albany Law School. Okay, come on, good morning. This is a good day, it's a good day. Congratulations to the great class of 2022. Whether you've earned your master's degree, your LLM, or your JD, I'm absolutely thrilled to be here today to celebrate with you, your families, and your friends. You did it, you made it. Even without the challenges that we all faced over the past couple of years, you have successfully completed one of the most rigorous academic programs that there is, and you've done so under extraordinary circumstances. To borrow a phrase from a band that many of you may be too young to be familiar with, but your parents might appreciate, what a long, strange trip it's been. Not what you signed up for, right? When you walked onto campus, many of you walked onto campus in the fall of 2019, and at that time, you probably had lots of anticipation, no small amount of anxiety about the challenges of law school, but you had no idea what was coming. We've experienced not only seismic shifts in law, changes in US presidents and state governors, heated political debate, and the launch of war. We also have turned our law school fully remote, mastered Zoom cold calls, endured hybrid teaching, daily town halls, masking, surveillance testing, and a gradual return to something in the spring that is much more fun with a whole lot of events. So many events packed into the last couple weeks of school. It was fun, right? That part was good. The great Irish civil rights leader Bernadette Devlin said, "Yesterday I dared to struggle, today I dare to win." And you've won. You did what had to be done. You took on every challenge and overcame. And you did so as a community. I'm often asked what makes Albany Law School special, what's different about us. And I always say the same thing, we're really a true community. We're as much of a family as we are a school, in all the good and bad ways, right? And the way that you have supported one another, the way you've pivoted, the way you powered through all that life has thrown at you over the past couple of years speaks volumes about the kind of professionals you will be. Even when you've struggled, you've prevailed. And your ability to come together is made even more remarkable when you think about just how diverse a group of individuals you are. In this graduating class, we have people from more than 20 states and 15 countries. Your fellow graduates speak more than 18 languages, including Russian, Swahili, Farsi, and Urdu. You brought with you undergraduate degrees from more than 90 different institutions, representing more than 35 academic disciplines. But now you all share one thing in common, a degree from Albany Law. Well, in a few minutes, you'll get that. And with that shiny new degree and the skills that you have acquired while an Albany Law student, you have the opportunity to contribute to our profession and to society at large. Along with opportunity comes responsibility, and I hope you take it. You have a responsibility to uphold the highest ethical standards of our profession and a responsibility to your community. Wherever you land, I hope that you will spend time working together to contribute to the communities that you are a part of. As you focus on your careers, make sure to stop from time to time to give to others and to give back, and to use the skills and knowledge that you have attained as an Albany Law student to make this world a better place. So, of course, there's still one more important victory ahead for many of you, and that's passing the bar exam. Today's the day you're going to celebrate. I don't want to ruin it. It's all about celebration. But I want to say a couple things. One, to the people who are going to be taking the bar exam, you got this. You can do this. You know what it takes. We on this stage have 100% faith in you. It's hard work, but you know hard work. You can do it, and we're here for you. I also want to speak to your support people, the people behind you, families and loved ones of graduates who are about to take the bar exam. Your graduate is about to face what may be the most difficult challenge in their professional careers. They're going to need you to support them for the next couple more months. How do you do that? Give them space. Give them time. Encourage them to stay focused and studying for the bar exam every day until the end of July. Allow them to miss family events just this one time. Don't get too upset if they don't respond to a text. You can help them, you can feed them, let them be grumpy, they're gonna be grumpy. It's okay. Maybe send an occasional note or offer to do the laundry, but the most important thing is to give them room to do this very hard thing. And if they're having a hard time, send them to me or to any other member of our faculty to work with them. We can help them on a hard day or work out a study schedule or be their coach. We're in this with them. We want you to be in this with them. And trust me, we all want to get one and done. And that's it, right? So enough about that. Today is about celebrating. Sorry, we had to do that. This really is about celebrating your achievements. And getting to this moment is such a tremendous achievement. Think about how far you've come since showing up in a colored t-shirt for new student orientation, or for our graduate students signing on for your very first class. Remember when you didn't know what F3D was, or that there's a thing called collateral estoppel or adverse possession? Now you've read the cases and written the papers, you've presented to groups, you've argued your first case, survived cold calls, and attended panels and symposia, sometimes on Zoom, sometimes still in your pajamas, but you were there, you were there. You've represented clients in our clinics, and you've passed the hardest exams. You've withstood Socratic method and social distancing. You've handled the lawyering memo, remember that thing? And you've managed mandatory COVID testing. You've managed being on moot court and being on mute. What a trip it has been, and you made it. You invested years of your life to earn this degree, and that motivates all of us on this stage. We want you to be glad that you chose us, and we are always going to be your law school. We will always be here for you. Today, you become a part of a large group of alumni that will continue to have an impact on the region, the state, the country, and the world, as we have for the past 171 years. So stay in touch. We want to know how you're doing. We want to share in your successes and support you through challenging times. Your faculty, the staff, the alumni community, all of us, we care about you, and we are rooting for you, and we're proud of you, and we know that there are many more good things in store. While today is about you, it's also about the people who made this possible for you. Throughout the event, we will recognize several people, faculty, alumni, staff, your classmates, and others. There are always people who are pulling you up, who help you along the way. Today is about you and also about acknowledging those who have helped you in the past, the present, and the future. So now I'd like to ask you, the graduates, to thank some of your very important people, your most visible supporters. Could you all stand, graduates, and face the audience? The parents and grandparents, friends, spouses, partners, and children before you, and with us virtually. Yeah, nice. These people have been with you, they've experienced with you your fears, anxieties, they've celebrated your triumphs, loved you throughout, and I'd ask all of you to give them a nice round of applause. Shout out to your families. All right, please be seated. So now it is an Albany Law School tradition to honor some of the people who make a difference every day in the lives of our students, our incredible faculty. So each year at commencement, Albany Law School gives 3 separate awards to recognize outstanding faculty for their contributions in 3 areas: service, scholarship, and teaching. The award winners don't know that they're award winners, so this is a moment for people on the stage. I'd like to invite last year's awardees to present the awards in their distinct category. Professor Michael Hutter will present the award for scholarship, Professor Mary Lynch will present the award for service, and Professor Patricia Rahan will present the award for teaching. Could you please come up?
Good morning, and congratulations to you and your families. I am here to present the Faculty Award for Excellence in Scholarship. This year's award winner is one of the most prolific scholars on our faculty. His work is interesting, impactful. He is frequently asked to present at scholarly conferences and professional colloquia. His work is well cited, and he's called upon by the press to comment on everything from housing discrimination to the effectiveness of tax-based incentives for businesses. He is, in sum, a terrific, and I stress, a terrific ambassador for the law school. This year, the law school honors Edward Ted DeBarrieri with the 2022 Faculty Award for Excellence in Scholarship. Where is he?
He's quarantined. He's in quarantine.
Unfortunately, he's in quarantine. Thank you.
The 2022 Faculty Service Award winner has engaged without fanfare in extraordinary behind-the-scene efforts on behalf of all of us at Albany Law. Leading an inclusive faculty hiring search, co-organizing a memorable federal bar diversity program, empowering our students and vulnerable community members through the VITA program, and serving on myriad critical committees which make the school work. Now, in pandemic times, she volunteered and led the sort of quickly created ad hoc tech committee. And she needed her humor, her grace, and occasional sweet treats to translate diplomatically the concerns of zealous, nerdy academics to technology geeks and vice versa. And she did this to improve your learning. Quiet, but powerfully influential. Please join me in congratulating this year's honored Faculty Service Awardee, Professor Danshira Quartz.
I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry
Congratulations. Professors Toronto, Redwood, and I were privileged to select among 6 nominees for the Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching. Thank you to all of you who took time in an incredibly busy time to put pen to paper to recognize 6 of our colleagues. It's a remarkable statement about you, and it's a remarkable statement about them. It has been said that the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. All 6 of the nominees were great teachers. As the students who nominated our awardee wrote, our nominee could transform the most complex codes, restatements, and cases into easily comprehensible concepts. Beyond making the material understandable, he made the learning process fun, which is no easy task given the nature of his subject. But his passion for what he did, the material he taught, and perhaps most of all, his students' learning shone through, making his classes all that much more enjoyable. We lament that future students will not have the opportunity to benefit from his teachings, but we are so appreciative that we had the privilege to learn from him. Please join Professors Toronto, Redwood, and me in congratulating Professor Ira Mark Bloom, the 2022 recipient of the Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Too short. It is now my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker. If I were to try to detail all of her accomplishments, well, you wouldn't make it out of here in time to take the bar exam, so I won't try. I encourage you to read all about her in your program. She's had an extraordinary career. It's no exaggeration for me to say that Ambassador Bonnie Jenkins, class of 1988, is one of the most impressive people ever to graduate from Albany Law School. She is the current Undersecretary for Arms Control and International Security. She is the first African American to hold the rank of Undersecretary of State at the U.S. Department of State. Her remarkable career includes more than 22 years serving in the military, starting while she was a student at Albany Law School as a legal advisor in the Office of the Judge Advocate for the Air Force Reserve. 4 years later, she moved to the Naval Reserves. During her time of service, she received numerous awards, including the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal. Prior to her current role, she served in the Obama administration during both terms as a special envoy and coordinator for threat reduction programs in the Bureau of International Security and Proliferation. She's so impressive, even her title can hold you up. In that role, and in her current position, she travels the world working to reduce the threat from chemical, biological, nuclear, and radiological weapons. She is literally helping to save our world. She is distinctly aware that the best way to solve complex global issues is to ensure that we bring different opinions and different viewpoints to the table. To that end, she helped found Women of Color Advancing Peace and Security, an organization that recognizes that global issues can only be resolved with a diversity of perspectives. And in 2020, she founded Organizations in Solidarity to bring organizations from around the world together to work toward a world where all people are treated equally, fairly, and with respect. And if that somehow failed to impress you, it's worth noting that not only does she have a degree from Albany Law, she has a bachelor's from Amherst, a master's in public administration from the University of Albany. She got that while she was getting her JD here, an LLM from Georgetown, and a PhD from the University of Virginia. I think she likes school. In her spare time, I don't know how she has it, she's an avid gardener. I hear she was also a DJ during her time at Albany Law, so if you're planning a party tonight, you might want to see if she's available. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to speak with her during a Women's Leadership Initiative event here at Albany Law School. I asked the ambassador how she was able to find the courage as a young lawyer to work in what is today still a very male-dominated field. She gave what I think is a telling answer that speaks to her character and stands as excellent advice as all of you begin your careers and face your own challenges. She said, quote, "I didn't have time to focus on being the only woman, the only person of color, the youngest person. I had to do the job." I don't think there's anyone who more clearly exemplifies the potential good you can do on a truly global scale with an Albany Law degree. Please join me in welcoming Ambassador Bonnie Jenkins.
Good morning, and thank you, Dean Olette, for that wonderful and kind introduction. Good morning, graduates. Congratulations. I am so excited to be able to speak to you in this important day in your lives and on such a beautiful day. And I remember when I graduated in 1988, it was just as beautiful. And I don't think I could have ever imagined when I graduated that I would be back here being a commencement speaker. So this is such an honor, and it's so much more of an honor when you can speak to students who went to from a school that you actually attended yourself. So it's great to be here, and you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone who thought about inviting me here today. Being here right now makes me think about the path that led me to where I am today in my years as a student at Albany Law School. Currently, as you heard, as the Department of State's first African-American undersecretary, from the earliest I can remember, I wanted to work in public service. That was a desire I had actually long before I wanted to come to law school. I was bitten with the public service bug. Federal government would be my goal. However, I wanted to learn about other aspects of government before going to Washington, D.C. So I started my journey in city government in the Bronx and New York City. With my strong interest in public service, what led me to my decision to go to law school? Well, quite simply, I wanted to learn how to think like a lawyer and to analyze problems with a legal mind. I also wanted to be sure to learn how I can protect the rights of those in my family and my friends. I knew I wanted to go to a location where I could attend both a law school and a public administration program. So a joint degree program made the most sense. I looked at several schools, but I knew where I would go, Albany, the state capital. I was so pleased to hear of the joint degree program with Albany Law School and the Rockefeller College of Public Affairs at SUNY, and the opportunities to work in state government that both schools provided. I wanted a small school setting, and I was also quite impressed with the very high bar passing rate of students at the time. So say no more, off I went. I remember all of my jobs and internships while at school in Albany. At the State Commission of Corrections, at New York State Department of Transportation, and at the New York State Attorney General's office. As you can see, I took advantage of the opportunity to work in state government while in Albany. My desire to be in a job where I was helping people and in areas of work that are larger than myself remained throughout. While there might have been other law students before I arrived who took advantage of the joint degree program, I was the only one during the 4-year program at the time. The vast majority of my fellow classmates were interested in going back home to law firms, and that was fine, of course, but I knew that was not my path. I often felt a little strange being one of only a few students at that time who wanted to go into public service. However, I stuck to my guns. I knew my passion, and nothing else would do. I also had a lot of fun. I was at a wonderful dinner last night with a number of your faculty and trustees, and it was great. We reminisced, and I remembered all the good times I had here, some of which I mentioned in the recent podcast I did for Albany Law School. For example, the Halloween parties. They were a blast, and I hope those still take place at the school. Studying for the bar exam, actually, while daunting, it was actually fun, much more than I expected. I not only realized how well Albany Law School had prepared me for the bar, but I also got to know people who I had not spent much time with during my years in Albany. It was great getting to know other students at the school. And then there was my favorite class, Conflicts, taught by Professor Rahan. I believe it was there that I got an inkling of an interest in law outside the US. Now, while I knew I would want to be in federal government, I did not know exactly what I would do once I got there, what aspect of public service I would be involved. Yet I knew I would figure it out once I got there. And as I continued my path in public service, my journey and my legal education took me in different directions, to include think tanks, philanthropy, teaching, and the military. I did eventually figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted to do international law. As a legal intern, I happened to go to a meeting at the Pentagon where I was working in the International and Comparative Law Office. At the meeting were a number of other U.S. Department representatives, and I was one of the lawyers from the Department of Defense. The discussion centered on what would be the instructions we would send to our U.S. delegation in Geneva negotiating a ballistic missile and nuclear arms reduction treaty. I was fascinated. I walked out that meeting knowing what I wanted to do and what law I wanted to pursue. I was interested in working as a lawyer for U.S. delegations negotiating arms control and disarmament treaties. I was soon exposed to the field of preventing the development of chemical, biological, as well as nuclear weapons by states and non-state actors, with the intent to do harm. Working on the nonproliferation of weapons of mass destruction was a way to certainly affect people on a large scale in a positive way, and I could do it as a lawyer. Here we are today with all of you. Like me, you are all here because you are excited about a career in law. You are in a noble profession. Yet let us not forget that we are graduating at a changing time. You know them well. This commitment is taking place when Russia and Ukraine are at war. New types of technologies are creating questions as well as answers about their potential application. We are looking at challenges from food security, and let us not forget the ever-present threat of climate change and infectious disease. While it is easy to get discouraged in light of these global challenges, one must always seek pathways to use innovative ways to address them. We must approach these issues with imagination, strength, resolve, and a willingness to work with people from all walks of life. If there is any time we need new thinking and young voices to help address these challenges, it is today. They are not the ones that can be resolved easily, and we certainly need all minds working on solutions. We cannot afford to leave anyone out. I strongly believe that global security challenges are best approached from a diversity of perspectives, including yours. When I was your age, I rode a wave of generational change. At that time, many of the experts in the arms control and nonproliferation community were nearing retirement age. They saw the problems they had devoted their lives to were not going away, and they encouraged new ways of thinking and perspectives that were not grounded in Cold War thinking. I think we may be on the cusp of a similar moment now as the 9/11 era ends and we wrestle with wide-ranging challenges. As you consider next steps in your life, consider how you might want to be a part of this changing landscape. What is your passion? Wouldn't it be great to start your career working on how you can contribute to resolving problems through your legal expertise? Every issue has a legal lens and legal questions that must be addressed. Today, the global challenges I mentioned, you can get involved in, and these are areas that have wide-ranging impact. For you, today is about starting a new chapter in your life in this challenging field of global challenges and finding where you fit in. Once you do, what you do every day will not feel like work. You will be fulfilling your dream and purpose in life. However, until you make that connection of your job and your passion, you will not feel quite right. You will feel that something is missing or not gelling. So always listen to the voice in your head, and when you are able to, make a shift to find what it is you need to make you happy. There are other few points I'd like to make and leave with you today. First, believe in yourself. I am sure all of you in life have had the need to prove yourselves at some point. You know what it is like to do that. I wish I could say that you will never have to do that again. However, I can almost guarantee you that you will. There will always be people who doubt your capabilities, and if you are part of a marginalized group, you will find yourself in that situation even more often. However, when you find you face times that question your belief in yourself, take a moment before you respond to that doubt. Take a deep breath and remind yourself of what you have accomplished. Take on their issues and prove to doubters that they are wrong. You can accomplish what you put your mind to. I wish I could tell you how many times in my life I have had to show those who doubt me that I can do what they think I cannot. This leads me to a related point, selecting yourself out. Don't do that. One thing I always impress upon my mentees is to take a chance. Oftentimes, it is easy not to try something if it appears to be daunting and too difficult. One will step back and out of the limelight, giving up a chance to expand oneself and shutting away would be a gain for being in a new situation. It is easier to opt out than pursue a particular challenge or what is unfamiliar. Do not be afraid of what is unfamiliar. You may be missing out on a really amazing experience where you may meet wonderful people and expand your horizons. Next, don't take on other people's issues and biases. Let me explain. As a woman of color, I have been in meetings where I can tell other attendees may have certain beliefs about my capabilities. They would therefore act in a certain way that tries to mask their opinions, but really do not. Do not let other people's issues create in you an imposter syndrome. This is where a person questions one's own abilities because of their feelings that if they are not capable, just because of their being different. What is the result? A person does not feel comfortable speaking. That person may feel as if everyone is watching, that if the person speaks up, that what they're saying is wrong. Yet the time the person is doing that unnecessary introspection is time taken away from being productive and addressing real contributions. One must develop the ability to isolate the attitudes coming from others and realize those are not beliefs coming from within. They are coming from without, and let them stay there. Don't be quick to believe what others say about you. Fourth, remember you are a role model. As you move up in your career, as you are doing today, you will find that you are increasingly a role model to others. You never know who is looking at you. You never know whose life you are impacting. Take a moment to think to yourself about the people you have looked up to or whose lives you have been impressed by, but you did not tell them and they did not know. If you can positively impact one life, you have accomplished so much. Fifth, I want to encourage you to always keep yourself open to opportunities. I know we are always encouraged to have a plan in life, and yes, one should. However, that does not mean one should close off from other opportunities that may come up that can possibly adjust that plan or even take it totally off course. In my case, as I mentioned, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to work in public service, but I was open to the unexpected rather than fear what I didn't know. I'm almost done. 6, get up, get dressed, show up. In other words, don't let anyone break your stride. Keep your eyes on the prize, whatever that may be, for what you want in any point in your life. Surround yourself with those who support you and get rid of the dead weight. Just keep reminding yourself that everything will work out in the end, and if things have not worked out, then it is not the end. Next, bring everyone to the table. As I mentioned, the challenges that we face as a global community today demands that we are able to incorporate all perspectives. When we do not do that, when we push aside a person or group, we do ourselves and everyone a disservice. We harm what we can achieve together. We can instead suffer from groupthink and turn away those who can challenge our beliefs or even just say, there should be another way of looking at this situation. Advancing diversity is not just something to be done and then stopped. Every single one of us should be mindful of the need for positive change and ask ourselves, what are we doing regularly to promote that change and to bring inclusion into our legal work? And finally, enjoy the ride. It is so easy to get caught up in one's work. This is particularly the case if you are fortunate to be working in a substantive area that is your passion. However, regardless of where you find yourself in your career, it is important that you always, and I emphasize the word always, find time to sit back and think about what is positive in your life. We can get ourselves into a bubble where we are so into the work that we forget to get back to seeing that the bubble is not our entire life. Get away to a place that puts you in a different space, both physically and emotionally. It will give you perspective. Know when something is worth the investment of your time and energy, and when something is not, and you need to let go. Enjoy your life, and you will enjoy your career. I hope that I have said a few things today that you can take away with you on this amazing day. I want to say how proud we are of all of you and what you have accomplished. It was very emotional for me to watch all of you come down the hill, and I remembered the days when I was in Albany Law School. As I said, we need you. We need your ideas, we need your passion and your solutions. Thank you again for your strong interest in law and for joining the ranks of those who are dedicated to helping the world be a better place.
Thank you, Ambassador Jenkins. Some very good advice and inspiration. On behalf of our students and everyone here, I want to thank you for your inspirational words. It's an honor to have you here and have you be a part of the Albany Law family. Okay, now for the part we've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. I'd like to invite Vice Chair Grossman to the center podium, Dean Queenan to the side podium, as well as our faculty hooders to take their place. Our hooders are Professor Pam Armstrong, Professor Jaya Connors, Dean Keith Hirakawa, Professor C.G. Dodds, Professor Lewis Jim, Professor Ainsley Maloney, and Professor David Walker. There's a reason that there are hooders. We get to congratulate them. All of our hooders were promoted by the Board of Trustees last night. Congratulations to all of you. And Dean Queenan was granted tenure by Albany Law School.
Thank you, Dean Millett, and good morning. It is now my distinct honor to present the candidates for the Master of Laws degree. Would the LLM candidates please stand? Vice Chair Grossman, for conferring of the LLM degrees, I present these candidates.
Thank you, Dean Queenan. Under the authority vested by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and the trustees of Albany Law School, and by them and me, I declare that the Master of Laws degrees about to be awarded are rightly and duly conferred upon successful completion of all degree requirements, and they convey to the worthy individuals on whom they are conferred all the rights, privileges, and obligations immemorially due the academic community. Please come forward.
Azar Al-Shayabi. Natpanet Apaiwang. Netta Balorian. Netta is attending virtually. Edrol Cologne. Jody L. Kramer in absentia. Amanda Jean Emery in absentia. Patricia Harriman Busigo. Allison D. Hinchy in absentia. Wajia Cosme in absentia. Jeffrey Mark Lazaroff in absentia. Sarah A. Markarian in absentia. Ron Marriott. Ron is attending virtually. Harvey Stephen Mars. Congratulations. David Brian Owen Jimenez. Niadra A. Quiones Ufrit in absentia. Wilfred Resto Rodriguez in absentia. And Alicia C. Rowan in absentia. Please give a round of applause for the 2022 LLM graduates. It is now my distinct honor to present the candidates for the Master of Science degree. Would the MS candidates please stand? Vice Chair Grossman, for conferring of the MS degrees, I present these candidates.
Thank you, Dean Queenan. Under the authority vested by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and the trustees of Albany Law School, and by them and me, I declare that the Master of Science degree about to be awarded are rightly and duly conferred upon successful completion of all degree requirements, and they convey to the worthy individuals on whom they are conferred all the rights, privileges, and obligations immemorial due the academic community. Please come forward.
Diego Arachelis. Diego is attending virtually. Allison V. Brown-Royer. Congratulations. Coretta V. Bruce in absentia. Eureka Cozy in absentia. Stephanie Duker. Kaylee Nicole Fenning. Elizabeth Fingar in absentia. Rebecca N. Gideon. Arissa Hill in absentia. Marina Nicole Ilevsky in absentia. Jason Lee Laddiser in absentia. Teresa Mary Lewis. Elisa Ann Olson. Shannon Rose Owens in absentia. Abby N. Paduano in absentia. Valinda M. Stantero, in absentia. Trey Smith, in absentia. Tammy K. Spangler, in absentia. And Callie S. Willis, in absentia. Please give a round of applause for the 2022 master's graduates. It is now my distinct honor to present the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree. Would the JD candidates please stand? Vice Chair Grossman, for conferring of the JD degree, I present these candidates.
Thank you, Dean Queenan. Under the authority vested by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and the trustees of Albany Law School, and by them and me, I declare that the Juris Doctor degrees about to be awarded are rightly and duly conferred upon successful completion of all degree requirements, and they convey to the worthy individuals on whom they are conferred all the rights, privileges, and obligations immemorially due the academic community. Row A, please move forward. All remaining rows may be seated until your row is called.
Kristen M. Abley. Serena Ahmed. Alexandria Elenea.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Shabina N. Amzad. Kathleen Y. Anderson. Alexander James Anselman.
Congratulations.
Nora Elizabeth Baker.
Congratulations, Nora.
Hallie R. Balgovich.
Congratulations.
Diana Baz.
Congratulations, Diana.
Maggie Bailari.
Congratulations, Megan.
Erica L. Bentley. Julia L. Bertolino. Alicia Elena Bimani.
Congratulations.
Robert G. Blackstock. Dr. Michelle M. Bowden-White. Taylor M. Boucher, in absentia. Harris D. Brzezowski.
Congrats, Harris.
Gabrielle Bruno. Connor J. Bucci. Amanda L. Buzik-Smith. Alexis Bush. Akeem C. Cadet. Brittany Campbell. That's Brittany. Congratulations. Oscar A. Carias. Congrats, Oscar. Congratulations. Andrew N. Cavaluzzi. Hunter S. Kemick. Congrats, Hunter. Congrats. Nathaniel E. Clark. Congrats, Nate. Michael J. Collins. Congrats, Michael. Congratulations. Elise M. Coombs. Congrats, Elise. Congratulations. Hunter Ray Cormier. Congrats, Hunter. Mary Rose Crisafulli. Sophia E. Cristando in absentia. Catherine O. Crummy. Catherine's diploma is being presented by her father, Peter J. Crummy, class of 1981. Caitlin Lorraine Curtin. Antranik Dejadian. Congrats. Brady D. Dalton. Katie Daniels. Brandon C. Das. Congrats, Brandon. Kristen Antonia Davis. Kristen's diploma is being presented by Professor Mary Lynch. Trevor M. Degree. Congratulations, Trevor. Quinton Alexander Denson. Congrats. Timothy W. DeRocher in absentia. Jared West DeVore.
Congrats, Jared. Congratulations.
Tori Logan Deo. Dedeo A. Diarra. Jenna M. DiBenedetto.
Nice job.
Michaela DeFranco.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Sarah Bell Dixon Morgan. Callum John Dolsnitz.
Congrats, Callum.
Tegan C. Dolan.
Oh my gosh. Congrats.
Layla E. Dwyer. Rachel Eisenberg.
Congrats.
Dennis Gerard Ellis II.
Congrats, Dennis.
Jenny Elizabeth Evangelista.
Congrats, Jenny.
Taylor Farrier.
Congrats, Taylor.
Ashley Fisher.
Congrats, Ashley. Congrats.
Olivia M. Fleming. Erica Rose Fuchs. Andrea Marie Gagliardi.
Congrats, Andrea. Congratulations.
Victoria N. Gambrell. Kira Ganswith. Albert Gower. Matthew K. Geiling.
Congrats.
Jay Galani.
Congratulations.
Timothy G. Getzman. Congrats. Jordan Marshall Gwynn. Abraham F. Haddad. Congrats. Terrence Hahn in absentia. William Patrick Hand. Congratulations. Elizabeth M. Harmon. Congratulations. Brooke Angeline Harvey. Congratulations. Olivia N. Harvey. Cindy Hajia. Ryan C. Hayes. Adam D. Herring. Congrats, Adam. Lisa C. Hladek. Alexandra M. Plinka. Zachary J. Hummel. Ashley Hung in absentia. Dan Horwath. Congrats. Congrats, Dan. Lindsay M. Johnson. Mark V. Jordan in absentia. Connor McInerney Judd. Aw, congrats, Connor. Laura A. Jurwitz in absentia. Lauren Jurgens. Congratulations. Aaron Kane. Congrats, Aaron. Nicholas Kitzrow. Matthew S. Kadala. Thanks. Daniel J. Lang. Congrats, Dan. Congrats. Rebecca J. Lapointe. Raymond Francis Leggett IV. Congrats, Irma. Congrats. Christian Scott Lichtenberger. Hannah L. Long. Danielle L. Lynch. Maria Jose Macias. Matthew L. Mahon, in absentia. Allison E. Mahoney. Kristana Oladuni Majakodumi. Jacob Manti. Joshua R. Marcel. Stephen Marks. Congrats. Justina Mascaro. And with a beautiful voice, Rachel S. Meyer. That's Rachel. Martin Hiram Michaels. Congrats. Oh, thanks. James Miller. Congratulations. Ashley Mills. Mina Naz Mirzai. Oh my gosh, Mina, congrats. Anna R. Myers. Brendan Nishelski. Alex V. Noon. Congrats, Alex. Samantha E. Omale. Tyler Otterbein. Katerina Ray Parisi Martinez. Ruchi Patel. Ann K. Phillips. Juliana Elizabeth Piemonte. Eric R. Pierkowski. Benjamin J. Place in absentia. Thomas Pasella III.
Congratulations.
Amanda Nicole Potter. Thane John Prete. Elizabeth W. Ryan. Emily E. Roach. Caroline Adele Rodriguez. Michael J. Rowley. Dominique Ryan. Jessica Saley.
Congratulations.
Jennifer N. Sargood.
Congrats.
Jason Skagline. Daniel C. Schmidt. Nicole Elizabeth Scholl.
Congrats.
Matthew S. Sieber.
Congrats.
Jeffrey Shapiro. Samuel Schulman.
Congratulations.
Kiana Sinclair.
Congratulations.
Matthew T. Skinner. Haley Smith.
That's Haley. Congrats.
Racine J. Smith. You did it. Rebecca J. Smith in absentia. Kelly A. Sprague.
Congrats, Kate.
Louis Dwayne Stober III. Molly Taylor Strauss. Ekong B. Takur. Michael R. Tancredi. Graham Antonick Thompson. Graham's diploma is being presented by Joan Antonick, class of 1990. David I. Umansky. Congrats, David. Michael A. Urban. Dominique Teresa Vaccaro. Alyssa Van Noort. Bethany C. Van Pelt. Christina Francis Vitolo. Congrats, Christina. Natalie Carr Vogel. Elizabeth R. Walsh. Matthew Walsh. Congrats. You doing all right? Matilde Mode Warren. Natalie M. Weaver. Daniel L. Weisbard. Benjamin I. Westerman. Congratulations. Brittany A. White. Emily E. Williams. Mark Hartley Winton in absentia. Kelly Rose Yeager. Victoria Uchitz. Brielle N. Zarelli. And Zoe H. Zatz. Please join me in a round of applause for the 2022 JD candidates. Graduates, congratulations.
Okay. Amazing day. It's now my pleasure to introduce Catherine Crummy, president of a class of 2022.
Thank you, Vice Chair Grossman. Families, friends, faculty and staff, trustees, and esteemed guests, thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Albany Law School, for not only giving us a top education and the tools to excel in the next stage of our life, but for giving us role models, mentors, and lifelong friends. I am proud to follow so many that have come before me at Albany Law School, including my great-grandfather, my sister, and my father. I'm so grateful to be on stage with you. Now let us all turn to our family, our friends, mentors, guests, faculty and staff, and peers that helped us get to today and give them a round of applause. We thank you. And to my fellow graduates, remember the pit in your stomach during your first law school class, your first cold call, and the moment of beginning your first final exam. Remember wondering whether the person sitting next to you at orientation would be your best friend, or whether your contracts professor would end up being your greatest inspiration. That feeling may be uncomfortable and exciting at the same time. As we move on to the next stage of our life, the feeling will appear again and again. Your first day at a new job, your first oral argument, your first political campaign debate. Wondering whether the partner in the office next to you will become your role model, or whether you will be a lifelong attorney at the firm. This world is filled with new beginnings and uncertainty. As we start our next stage, remember that pit in your stomach. Harness that feeling and enjoy it. Be excited for the accomplishments you will achieve and having the opportunity to do things for the first time. It will not always be perfect, but you will learn, grow, and succeed. Remember when knocked down, always to get back up. What we believed would be 1 week extension to our spring break turned into a complete shift to our education and physical social interaction with one another. Having been through the infamous memo season already, we thought the hardest obstacle of 1L year was behind us. From adjusting to classes on Zoom, taking remote final exams, and competing in virtual moot court competitions, our class remained steadfast and never let it slow us down. From being cold called remotely from our bedrooms to hosting virtual symposiums, we achieved greatness despite the difficulties that were thrown our way. We swiftly shifted from Friday nights at Lionheart to remote games of Quiplash. It was not easy, but our class fought on, and we did it together. Although we missed out on many in-person and traditional events at Albany Law School, we have finished our 3L year strong. We are here today at an in-person graduation after attending our farewell party last night and Barrister's Ball a few weeks ago. We were able to experience Scaristers and watch in-person oral arguments before the New York State Appellate Division 3rd Department from our very own DAMC. We attended in-person journal and moot court banquets and finished our legal studies the way we started them, in person and together. We have developed the foundation to our careers and our life. We have learned that the world is seen through the law, and that we are now the interpreters and the translators of the law. People dream of being a superhero, but what is it about a superhero that makes them so aspirational? It is not the suit they are wearing, but rather that they protect and they defend. As lawyers, we are the protectors and the defenders of this society. It is not what is on the surface, but rather our actions that define us. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your class president. It has truly been an honor and a privilege. We are the class of 2022. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, one of the many things that COVID had taken away from our class was the ability to fundraise. Because COVID began during our 1L year, we were not given an opportunity to fundraise throughout the 3 years. Typically, the fundraised money goes directly to the class gift, and therefore we were not going to be able to make a class gift this year. However, through the generosity of the firm Brown & Weinrob, this gift was made possible. Because COVID did not allow us the opportunity to enjoy face-to-face camaraderie with fellow students, the class of 2022 has gifted the school with a bench which will be placed on our beautiful campus and symbolize the return to in-person communication. Now, each year, the graduating class votes on a faculty or staff member that has had a profound impact on the class as a whole. To recite the accomplishments of this year's recipient, we would be here well into the afternoon. For 5 decades, they have been a leading icon and expert in appellate practice. They have argued over 400 appeals, including in the New York State Court of Appeals, in all 4 departments of the New York's Appellate Division, the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, and the United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit. They have served in countless leadership capacities, including but not limited to President of the Albany County Bar Association, member of the Commission on Judicial Nomination, member of the New York State Continuing Legal Education Board, and the New York State Bar Association Committees on Courts of Appellate Jurisdiction and Civil Practice Law and Rules. They have had a tremendous influence on the practice of law, not only in the Albany Law School community, but in the state of New York and throughout the United States of America. The recipient of this year's award is an inspiration to the class of 2022 and showed us the true form of grit. They have left an indelible mark on our class, and it is with my distinct pleasure to present the Friend of the Class Award to Professor Michael J. Hutter.
Thank you. I know it's not something that lawyers, and especially law professors, who say that they're at a loss for words, but I'm truly humbled by this award. And I would just share couple of things with you, and borrowing on what Dean Willett mentioned in her opening remarks. And sometimes faculty does listen to the dean. And this time she had a very important message, I think, to you. You're a family. Albany Law School is a family. And as I think back now, this is my 45th graduation I've attended. And And through those 45 years, I've had the honor and the privilege to having, as a student, a governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, 2 members of Congress, 4 judges on the Court of Appeals, a presiding justice of the appellate division, numerous justices of the appellate divisions as well. And now I can say, with respect to your president, now we have a elected town supervisor, the largest town in the state. But what I'm getting at now is that I'm also very proud of the students have gone back and made major contributions, not just to their clients, but to the community. And having now gone through 3 years with you, I have no doubt whatsoever that you're going to exceed that. And there's one last thing that I would love to see, and I'm sure I'll be looking down at it. What is the one position that we haven't had in a long time? Another president of the United States. And I think in this respect, you certainly have the chops to add to that. Thank you again, and I really, truly appreciate this award. Thank you again.
We'd like to welcome the President of the National Alumni Association, the Honorable Peter Crummy, class of 1981, to the podium.
And good morning, and thank you, Chairman Grossman, Vice Chairman Grossman, currently, in serving so well today for all of us. And good morning. I'm Catherine's dad. How many parents with us today have come to realize that we are often only known as the parent of our children, and that we are otherwise not so recognizable? And what a grand station in life that is. As president of our National Alumni Association and as a member of our Board of Trustees, let me be the first to welcome you to our National Alumni Association. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. Right. We are 10,000 strong, and with your graduation today, becoming even stronger. Bob Dylan, a well-known poet and musician spanning the past 6 decades, once wrote the words, but I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. Upon my graduation 41 years ago, I did not set out to be the president of our National Alumni Association, nor become a member of our Board of Trustees. I enrolled in our school motivated by my interest in public service and elected office. And I have continued in that way. I have remained in public service and elected office for more than 40 years. I've run for public office 13 times. I got first place 10 times and second place 3 times. Each time, though, I learned and grew. And you determine where you should be at any moment. And as Ambassador Jenkins told us today so eloquently, do not move off your goal. Pursuing worthwhile goals will always bring greatness and success, even if you don't ultimately achieve the goal you initially set out to do. So follow what Ambassador Jenkins is telling us today and stay motivated and move forward. And those of you who may be interested in politics, I could tell you this: the Lord works in strange ways, and politics in stranger ways. I guess we serve where we are needed, and the grand plan for our destiny may not be revealed to us on a daily basis. There is peace in embracing such an environment and being whole in what we have rather than perseverate on what we don't have. Attorneys are always serving while on this planet, And I am happy that such is our lot in life. Like life, attorneys work in environments which present successes and failures, and we are defined by how we react to each. And who would have known 40 years ago that I would be presenting to you on this historic stage, following one of my daughters who just did the same. A one-of-a-kind, priceless moment for me that could not have been arranged by human choreography. Maybe he does work in strange ways. Your continued successes, which may evolve far differently than what you think today, will nonetheless be achieved by the same effort you gave to arrive at this momentous milestone. Our profession is profound and an integral part of society. I believe lawyers represent the last line of defense in maintaining a civilization. And while you're out in the world pursuing your profession, be great stewards and ambassadors for our school. Stay connected. Share your news with us. Share your news with others. Share our news with others. And help those students who follow you at Albany Law School by providing mentorship and employment opportunities. Father Time reminds me that I may not accomplish all of what I set out to do upon my graduation from Albany Law School, but I can help others achieve their goals. And that is the sum and substance of your National Alumni Association. And now, in closing, I ask the class of 2022 to please stand and repeat after me. Please rise and repeat after me. We are Albany Law. I know we can do better than that. Let's try that again. Please repeat after me. We are Albany Law. Family and friends, please stand and join us, and please repeat after me. We are Albany Law. May I ask the dais behind me to also please stand, and would everyone here today repeat after me, we are Albany Law. We are Albany Law. Thank you. Welcome to the National Alumni Association.
That's a hard act to follow. So congratulations to all the graduates and their families. We are really almost at the end. There's just one more thing I want to say about the class of 2022, which you may not know, and that is that we at Albany Law, we collect data on how much pro bono service each class does every year. The class of 2022 has done more pro bono service than any other class that since we've counted. They have done, wait for it, more than 54,000 hours of pro bono legal service during their time at Albany Law School. $54,000 hours. If you're on billable hours, that's a lot of money. But it also tells us something about your character. It tells us that during a pandemic, you gave back. You reached out and you gave back. I have no doubt you're going to continue to do great things. So, some housekeeping things. I need to ask that you please remain in your seats until the recessional is completed. Families, please remain seated until the students have exited the amphitheater. Then we ask that you leave one row at a time and meet your students out on the lawn. Please join us in the pavilion for a brief champagne toast to celebrate. What a great day. It's been a privilege sharing today's ceremony with the law school community, friends, and families as we honor the great class of 2022. And with that, I hereby close this, the 174th first commencement at Albany Law School. Congratulations.